Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Tasha Nabila, and today I will present you about our group final assignment that is about McDonald's financial statement analysis. So, this is our group member that consists me as the first presenter. My name is Tasha, and the second presenter is Alia Alicia, or you can call it Alia or Aal. And the third or the last presenter's name is Nadia Rizki, or you can call her Nadia. So this is the table of the content. Is about the case, the concept. The first one is about a case. The second one is this concept or theoretical framework, and the third is about application of the theoretical framework, and the last one is the key takeaway. So maybe before we start our presentation, before I start my presentation, maybe I would like you to watch this news first. This is from Al Jazeera.
Gaza ceasefire talks are underway in Egypt. Israeli media are reporting that Qatar is expected to play a role in the discussions. But at the same time, the Israeli military is carrying out airstrikes on residential neighborhoods in northern Gaza. Israeli forces bombed a house earlier on Wednesday, killing 20 members of the same family. The building was in a residential area near Kamal Adwan Hospital. Israeli troops have laid siege to northern Gaza for more than 2 months, blocking the deliveries of humanitarian aid, food, and medicine. There's no let up in central Gaza either. Israeli airstrikes killed 7 Palestinians in Al-Nusayrat refugee camp. Again, members of the same family. Since October last year, attacks by the Israeli military have killed more than 44,700 people. Most of them have been women and children. Hani Mahmoud is live for us in Deir al-Bala. He's in central Gaza. And Hani, these strikes, they are continuing north and south and center with devastating intensity.
Yes, Laura. Well, there are actually two things happening right now. These two elements, let's say, the northern Gaza, they're not only impeding the rescue going on in the bomb site, right at the bomb site of the overnight attack, where 20 people reported killed. Just since early hours this morning, since as the day progresses, only one young child been removed from under the rubble. The 3-story building that was flat and complete, the people inside of it, the 30 family members who reported displaced inside this residential home were sandwiched as the building was flat and completed by multiple airstrikes. The presence of the quadcopters, the drones, the ongoing TV artillery at the vicinity of Donovan Hospital is also impeding the rescue missions going on there. But these rescue missions, by the way, are not carried out by the Civil Defense Department because Civil Defense Department for close to a month now is non-operational. The Israeli military issued a sharp warning to civil defense personnel in northern Gaza and ordered them not to operate in any of the northern part of the stream, including paramedics. So everything's happening right now is from the local community, the residents, the neighbors who rush to help their neighbors inside this residential building. The concern report that we have close to 20 people being killed in the overnight attacks, and people during the night rushed to the bomb site, but they could not do anything. And the tragedy of this is the vicinity of the Marathon Hospital, where the bomb site is located, is not far from the gate of the hospital. Despite this short distance, none of the paramedics, none of the people inside the hospital was able to be dispatched and to go to the bomb site and remove and able to help those who might have survived the attacks. And almost within just hours of this attack, another one in a Nusayrat refugee camp where 7 people were killed from one family inside a residential home. It's also a displaced family. All of this happening while there is a deepening humanitarian crisis going on with flour prices, bread prices, no basic supplies available, markets depleted, and it keeps continuing evolving in a much devastating way right now. And we started seeing all the psychological toll and impact that everyone around here, let alone people who are experiencing it on a daily basis, the northern part of the strip with no let up in the attacks.
Extremely difficult situation. Hani Mahmoud bringing the very latest there from Gaza. Thank you, Hani. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from us.
Okay, maybe all of us know what happened in Gaza right now is such like unhumanity actions that have been Israel done for many, many years. So maybe like part one is about the case. So why we choose McDonald's, and maybe some of you want to know what is that McDonald's, even though all of us know what is that McDonald's, but I want to explain a little bit. So McDonald's is one of the top franchise business and the biggest multinational fast food in the world. McDonald's offers you variants a lot of fast food such as like French fries, burgers, fried chickens, and many more. So it was established in 1974 by brothers Maurice R. Mac and Richard McDonald in San Bernardino, California, and started to build a franchise in 1955. McD's reputation as the well-known fast food restaurant has increased day by day. But McDonald has been trapped in a scandal due to its controversial statements and actions regarding genocide, which is happening in Gaza. So instead of acknowledging what's happened there or in Gaza as genocide, McDonald's claim it as a conflict or war and war. This company also did a lot of tone-deaf actions which made the society angry, such as like providing food and offering discounts for Israel's military, or usually recognized as Israel Defense Force or IDF. And not long after this happened, the society around the world made the boycott movement, which has put McDonald's in an unfavorable circumstance. So we can look at this picture. So McDonald's is one of the organic boycott targets that movement by the BDS, or BDS is like a movement to boycotting some products that correlated or maybe like donated or still associate with Israel. And McDonald's is one of it. NX. So, a lot of things that McDonald did that make society very angry. One of it is about McDonald's CEO Chris Kamskin's statement. So, McDonald's CEO say several markets in the Middle East and some outside the region and experiencing a meaningful business impact due to the war and associate misinformation that is affecting brands like McDonald's. So in this statement, we can look that Mr. Kampisky, as the CEO, said what happened in Gaza is war and not genocide. And so we can conclude that instead calling what happened in Gaza as a genocide, McDonald's CEO Chris claims that as a conflict and war. So, but in other side, this statement makes us wonder, like, does McDonald's never support Israel at all? Or just Chris give this statement on LinkedIn just to protect McDonald's reputation and sale? Because like some people, especially grassroots, have started the boycott movement, which makes McDonald's sales decrease. Next. Oh my God. McDonald's CEO is lying. So the fact is, McDonald's donate to Israel or IDF. So the days after Hamas attacked Israel on 7th October, McDonald's donate meals to IDF units, the police, hospitals, residents around the strip, and all rescue force. McDonald's also gave statement on their official social media that they will keep donating tens of thousands of meals to IDF and Israel. Oh my God. So we can take a conclusion that McDonald openly gave support to Israel for donating free meals to IDF units, the police, hospitals, residents around the strip, and all the rescue force. So the conclusion is, yeah, McDonald's is supporting Israel. genocide. So McDonald's CEO is lying about that. So we can take a look to the picture. Okay, the story is from BBC News Business. Okay, next. Okay, so what happened to McDonald's? Or maybe we can say, what did McDonald's do after they share or they donate 1,000 meals to IDF? So McDonald's is supporting its Israel franchise, which was under Alonial Ltd, after the latter proclaimed about offering free meals to the Israeli army as a charitable act following the attack made by Hamas in October 2023. Leading the worldwide boycott, such an action reinstitutes the ownership of about 225 restaurants in Israel under McDonald's and the employment of more than 5,000 employees. So indeed, even if now McDonald's avoid all mention of any elite premise for Israel army, having a presence in Israel and buying the franchise would be the endorsement of support for Israel, as perhaps some might see it. So this is the sources from the Guardian Business. So a lot of people keep doing this boycotting action and include in Indonesia. So what happened to McDonald Indonesia? So a lot of people say to me like, "Oh my God, this is Indonesia, no England, no USA. Of course, we are supporting Gaza." And I don't think so. McDonald Indonesia is correlated with McDonald around the world, such as like US or maybe England, that openly support uh, Israel. So we can see the McDonald's Indonesia's controversial statement. Even though McDonald's Indonesia doesn't support Israel, or maybe never mentioned they are supporting Israel, but McDonald's Indonesia gave ambiguous and impartiality statement toward genocide that happened in Gaza. McDonald's Indonesia also didn't mention Gaza on their statement. Oh my God. And instead of call what happened in Gaza genocide, they reduce it into recent conflict escalation. This statement, of course, makes Indonesian citizens angry, and we can see all of the citizens keep tweeting something bad toward McDonald's statement on X, such as like, "Bukan ranah mereka, mereka kudu netral," exactly why Israel is still committing genocide until today. We need to pick a side. Choosing to be neutral means you are siding with the oppressor. And I kind of agree what you, Jane, said. Because if you say like, "Oh, I don't know, I don't think so, I'm neutral," it's mean like you are supporting them. Because we all know that what happened in Gaza is genocide and Israel is 100% wrong. And another comment, "How is it hard to say Palestine? Holy, and reducing the genocide to eskalasi konflik baru-baru ini. Ayam lu bau kalau dingin." And yeah, a lot of negative comments on X that we can see. Next. So, just like what I mentioned, because some people like ask the same question, like, "Oh my God, so does the boycotting actions work?" Because like we all know that McDonald Indonesia never give free meals to to Israel army, like of course, but McDonald has a very strong involvement in business in Indonesia through a master franchise agreement with PT Rexo National Food. PT Rexo National Food is the company which both the McDonald's franchise in Indonesia. So they indirectly we can say like they own the license or the license of in McDonald's franchise in Indonesia. So the claim that McDonald isn't involved in business in Indonesia is a little bit inaccurate. Maybe no, it's really inaccurate information because like what is this agreement means. So this agreement gives local partners exclusive rights to operate McDonald's restaurant in Indonesia, but remains under the supervision and standards set by the Central McDonald's in US. So the sources from their official website are mcdonalds.co.id. So does the boycotting really work? The answer is yes. Even though you buy your McDonald's from Indonesia, like doesn't care where you get your meals. Like even though it's for like McDonald's Malaysia, even McDonald's Saudi Arabia, like we can say that you still contribute to genocide. Why? Because we can take a look to McDonald's income statement that on the revenue section, one of the entities call its revenue from franchise restaurant. So what does it mean? So even though you bought McDonald's from Indonesia, all of the revenue that from McDonald's that operating in the whole world, like Indonesia, I mean like every McDonald's will receive the revenue, and of course it will like kind of so we can say like this, sorry. So we can say like even though you buy your McDonald's from Indonesia, Malaysia, not from Israel or US, you still contribute to their revenue because like we can see that there is revenue from franchise restaurant. Revenue from franchise restaurant is the accumulated of revenue that from all of the franchise McDonald's around the world. So it doesn't mean like when you say, yeah, I still buying McDonald's because like I want to contribute to Indonesia economic. No, like you still contribute to genocide. Even though like a lot of like chicken franchise local chicken franchise still exists, guys. Like you can buy Jatinangor or maybe Chris Bar or maybe like the Kriuk, the Besto, or ETCs, like a lot of alternatives. So like you can just move to McDonald's and choose one of them. That's simple. And maybe not only that, we all know that McDonald's like sells some unhealthy food like junk food. Like isn't it better if you avoid junk food and choose healthy food instead? And if you say like, "Oh man, I'm so boring," like I'm so bored to eat healthy food, like I want to eat junk food, like maybe once. Yeah, you can still have a lot of alternative, just like what I say. Local fried chicken franchise is a lot. Like Chris Bar is better, I guess. Of course it's better. And the important thing, like they didn't and they will never, I guess, they are in support genocide and they won't support genocide. So maybe what can I say? Just stop buying McD or just maybe move to another franchise, and maybe you can just reduce your junk food consumption because like it's more healthier. So stay healthy and don't buy McD. Stands for humanity, and that's all. Okay, the second part is we will talk about the concept or theoretical framework. Okay, what is that financial reporting quality? So financial reporting quality can be, sorry. So financial reporting quality can be thought as a spanning of containing from the highest, containing information that is relevant, correct, complete, and unbiased, to the lowest, containing information that isn't just biased or incomplete, but possibly pure fabrication. So high quality financial reporting provides you information that is useful to analyze in assessing a company's performance and prospects, while the low quality one, financial reporting, contain inaccurate, misleading, or maybe incomplete information. So next, we will talk about earnings quality. So what is that earning qualities? Earnings quality. So earnings quality is an assessment of a company earnings that accurately remove distortion or anomalies such as like one-time events that might skew the true bottom line of the business financial performance. And what is the indicators? So recurring earnings, earnings persistence, and relate measure of accruals, beating benchmarks after the fact confirmation of poor quality earnings, such as like enforcement action and restatement. So we can see this is the high quality earnings quality, like sustainable returns is more than cost of capital. Meanwhile, the low quality, non-recurring, and of course, the returns is less than the cost of capital. Like we can see from this picture. Okay. Next, we will talk about common size analysis. So, what is that common size analysis? So, common size analysis express financial data, including entire financial statements, in relation to a single financial statement item or base, presented in the form of percentage. So, there is common size analysis is divided by two. The first one is vertical common size. So balance sheet, each item as a percentage of total assets. Meanwhile, the income statement, each item is a percent of the total net revenues. Meanwhile, the cash flow, each line as a percentage of the sales, assets, or maybe total in and out. So what is the difference between the horizontal one? So horizontal common size is a percentage increase or decrease of each item from the prior year or showing each year relative to the base year. So we can take a look to the picture. Like we can look at if vertical common size use like net sales as the percentage or the base, and that we will compare it to another entities. Meanwhile, the horizontal one, we will use the last year or maybe like prior year as the base year, and like we can see the decrease or increase from each entities. So next, we will talk about financial ratio. So what is that financial ratio? So financial ratio like is a method of so ratio analysis is a method of examining a company's balance sheet and income statement to learn about its liquidity, operational efficiency, and profitability. It doesn't involve one single metric. Instead, it is a way of analyzing a variety of financial data about a company. So, five main groups of financial ratios, such as like activity ratio. Activity ratio assess how efficient the company's operation and asset management are. Meanwhile, the second one is the liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio assess how well the company is able to fulfill its short-term obligations. Okay, the third one is solvency ratio. Solvency ratio is assess how well the company is able to fulfill its long-term obligation. So like uh solvency ratio is the for the long-term obligation, meanwhile the liquidity is for the short term. So next is profitability ratio. Profitability ratio assessing how much and how the company can achieve their ROI or return on investment. And the last one is valuation ratio. So valuation ratio assessing how the firm performance or financial performance relate to its market value. So the last one is sustainability reporting. What is that sustainability reporting? So sustainability reporting is a form of non-financial reporting that enables company to convey their progress toward goals on a variety of sustainability parameters, like including environmental, social and governance metrics, as well as risks and impact they may face at the moment or in the future. So, sustainability reporting has no set formal but broadly involved disclosure of a company's environmental, social, and governance, or we call it ESG goals, and communicating the company's progress and efforts to reach those goals. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Thank you so much for your guys' attention. And just like what I say, keep boycotting, stands for humanity. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm Alia, and I'll be continuing the presentation regarding the application of the theoretical framework, which Tasha has explained earlier. And here I'm going to present the application regarding McDonald's for all the theoretical framework explained before. Firstly, regarding the financial reporting quality. A high-quality reporting provides decision-useful information, which is relevant and faithfully represents the economic reality of the company's activities. Firstly, the financial statement of McDonald's is decision-useful as it provides all the information needed by stakeholders to consider in making future decisions. Secondly, the financial statements of McDonald's have been audited by an independent registered public accounting firm, Ernst & Young. And thirdly, McDonald's financial statements are also prepared in conformity with U.S. Generally Accepted Accounting Principle, or GAAP. With all these three qualities, the financial reporting quality of McDonald's can be considered as high. Next, regarding the earnings quality. Firstly, the income statement quality. The company's earnings quality is revealed by how the report can predict the future of the company and the sustainability of the company. From what we can see here, McDonald's net income is increasing as much as 37.09%, and revenue from franchise contributed a lot in how the company generates revenue. It indicates that the company demonstrates the improvement of profitability and a successful franchising model, and the growth of earning per share indicates that the company's profitability is maintained well. Next, the balance sheet quality. It is said that a high financial reporting quality for the balance sheet is shown by its completeness, unbiased measurement, and clear presentation. Regarding the completeness, McDonald's does not appear to have significant off-balance sheet liabilities. The company also presents significant financial data. This transparency indicates that McDonald's includes all known obligations on the balance sheet. Second, the unbiased measurement perspective. McDonald's uses fair value accounting when needed, especially for things like derivatives and foreign currency hedging. This means that their numbers reflect current market conditions and make them more accurate. Lastly, the clear presentation perspective. McDonald's financials are structured clearly, separating various categories of assets and liabilities and making adequate use of detailed footnotes to clarify significant accounting policies. Therefore, the balance sheet quality is high. Lastly, the cash flow quality. The format and categories in the cash flow statement for 2023 remain consistent with prior years. Also, significant categories such as interest paid and income taxes paid are disclosed separately, adding to the clarity of the cash flow reporting. The operating activities includes all important adjustments such as depreciation and changes in working capital. The investing activities shows clear inflows from asset management, and the financing activities provides a good view of how the company managed its debt and reward shareholders. The 2023 statement maintains comparability with prior years, making it easy to track trends. The drop in cash flow from operations and the increased borrowing suggest that the company may be facing challenges in maintaining its cash generation without relying heavily on debt. Therefore, the cash flow quality is high. All right, moving on to the common size analysis. Firstly, we have the vertical common size analysis for balance sheet. From this analysis, McDonald's balance sheet shows a notable increase in current assets, rising from 10.75% total assets in 2022 to 14.22% in 2023. This was primarily driven by higher cash and equivalents, which indicates improved improved liquidity, and stronger cash flow management. The shift also suggests a strategic focus on maintaining financial flexibility in the short term. In contrast, the net property and equipment declined from 47.14% of total assets in 2022 to 44.36% in 2023, reflecting either depreciation outpacing new investment or a shift away from physical assets. Other assets, including investments and goodwill, remain relatively stable, slightly increasing from 24.91% to 24.07%. These trends highlight McDonald's focus on liquidity and potential adjustments in resource allocation to support its evolving strategy priorities. Next, to the horizontal common size analysis of balance sheet. The increase of current assets is 77.23%, in which the cash and equivalents have the highest increase, indicating improvement in liquidity and therefore increased financial flexibility. The highest change was noted for short-term borrowings, as much as 123%. This great rise can be caused when the business has increased dependency on short-term debts for financing either operation or investment. It can also mean that the most extreme rise in total liabilities is due to increased borrowings and legal obligations, alongside accruing other liabilities. Shareholders' equity of the company reduced by 21%. This could happen due to various issues like sharing buybacks, losses, or increased debts. What can McDonald's do? McDonald's can do such things as debt management, operational efficiency, and capital allocation, and also risk management. Next, we're going to discuss about the trend analysis of balance sheet. McDonald's financial performance in 2021 were stable, but areas for improvement exist and some areas require attention. The most remarkable change that has been noted is the high increase in inventory. This might suggest that the demand is on the high side. There are disruptions at the supply chain, or there is demand in the inventory management strategy itself. It is necessary for McDonald's to carefully analyze the cause of this increase in inventory and to take the necessary action towards optimizing inventory levels. Because of this overstock, capital is tied up and storage costs are accumulated. Conversely, if understocked, there might be stockouts and loss of sales. By monitoring inventory level closely, improving forecasting accuracy, and implementing efficient inventory management practices, McDonald's can mitigate the risks associated with high inventory levels and ensure that it has the right amount of stock on hand to meet customer demand. Moving on to the vertical common size analysis for income statement. Here, McDonald's has demonstrated strong operational improvement in 2023, evidenced by higher operating income and net income percentages. Their ability to manage costs, particularly in terms of franchise and company-operated restaurant expenses, contributed to enhanced profitability. However, challenges like rising occupancy costs and pension-related losses indicate areas for ongoing management focus. Moving on to the horizontal common size analysis for income statement. From 2022 to 2023, McDonald's demonstrated a 9.97% revenue growth, driven by increased sales from company-operated restaurants and franchise restaurants, despite a slight decline in other revenues. Operating costs grew by only 0.26%, reflecting strong cost efficiency, with a significant reduction in other restaurant expenses, as much as 89.84%. Operating income surged by 24.28%, and net income increased by an impressive 37.09%, supported by reduced non-operating expenses. Comprehensive income rose as much as 35.68%, which indicates robust overall performance despite minor impacts from external factors like currency adjustments. This indicates that McDonald's is operating efficiently and effectively, leveraging revenue growth while keeping costs under control. Despite minor challenges from external factors like currency fluctuations, the overall performance reflects McDonald's resilience, strong market positions, and focus on sustainable growth. Next, we have trend analysis for income statement. From 2021 to 2023, McDonald's revenue trends show a small drop in 2022, where total revenue decreased slightly by 0.18%. This is mainly due to lower other revenues and slower growth in company-operated restaurant sales. However, revenues bounced back strongly in 2023 with a 9.97% increase, driven by strong performance from franchise restaurants and higher sales in company-operated locations. This shows that McDonald's core business is resilient and can recover quickly from temporary challenges. Operating efficiency improved steadily over the 3 years, even as costs like food, payroll, and occupancy increased. McDonald's kept total operating costs under control, which allows operating income to grow by 12.62% in 2022 and a significant 24.28% in 2023. Despite the small revenue dip in 2022, McDonald's ability to manage expenses and focus on its profitable franchise model helped it maintain strong profitability and overall financial performance. Next is the vertical common size analysis for cash flow. McDonald's reported a positive cash flow in 2023. The cash flow statement shows a significant increase by 37.09% in net income in 2022 to 2023 and by 30.12% cash generated from operations, highlighting profitability improvements. Also, lower outflows in financing activities signal better debt management or reduced reliance on borrowing. McDonald's capital investments get increased, suggests that the company is focused on long-term growth, and the higher year-end cash balance improves liquidity and financial flexibility. Next, the horizontal common size analysis for cash flow. In operating activities, McDonald's net income significantly increased by 37.09% to 8,468.8 million in 2023. Depreciation and amortization rose to 1,978.2 million, while improvements in working capital supported a 30.12% increase in net cash from operations to 9,611.9 million. In investing activities, capital expenditure increased to 2,357.4 million, while proceeds from the sale of restaurants businesses dropped by 56.2% to 195.3 million. Overall, the investing activities resulted in a net cash outflow of 3,184.5 million, up 18.91% from the previous year. The financing activities net cash outflow decreased by 33.53% to 4,374.1 million, driven by dividend payments of 4,532.8 million and long-term financing issuance of 5,221.1 million. Currency exchange rate fluctuation reduced cash by 57.8 million. Overall, the McDonald's recorded a net cash increase of 1,995.5 million, bringing its year-end cash balance to 4,579.3 million, a 77.22% rise from 2022. The report reflects strong operational performance despite challenges in investment and financing activities. Moving on to the trend analysis for cash flow. In operating activities, McDonald's net income in 2023 reached 8,468.8 million, which shows a 12.24% increase compared to 2021. Depreciation and amortization increased to 1,978.2 million, up 5.89% from 2021. Changes in working capital, such as a 51.95% reduction in accounts receivable, contributed to a 5.15% increase in net cash from operations, reaching 9,611.9 million. Meanwhile, in investing activities, capital expenditures rose to 2,357.4 million in 2023, which is a 15.65% increase from 2021. The proceeds from the sale of restaurants businesses dropped by 89.54% compared to 2021, totaling 195.3 million. Overall, the investing activities resulted in a net cash outflow of 3,184.5 million, which is a 27.04% from 2021. Meanwhile, in financing activities, cash use decreased from 4,374.1 million in 2023, a 77% reduction from 2021, Long-term financing issuance rose to 5,221.1 million, while dividend payments increased by 15.67%, reaching 4,532.8 million. Also, lower treasury stock purchases, which at 36.21% decrease compared to 2021, contributed to reduced cash outflow. That's it for me, and this will be continued by Nadia.
Okay, let me continue from my friend Alia Alicia. My name is Nadia Rizky Maidini. There is a financial ratio from the McDonald's. We start with liquidity ratio and profitability ratio, solvency ratio, and activity ratio, and then valuation ratio. Okay, next we start with liquidity ratio. There is a current ratio drop from 1.48 in 2022 to 1.16 in 2023, indicating weaker short-term financial flexibility as McDonald's hold fewer current assets compared to its short-term liabilities. The next is quick ratio. It's declined from 1.24 to 1.3, reflecting reduced liquidity from assets that can quickly be converted into cash. And the last one is cash ratio, slightly decreased from 0.68 to 0.67, showing stable cash reserve, but they are insufficient to fully cover short-term liabilities. Okay, next is profitability ratio. The start from the gross margin is likely decreased in 2023. This indicates that the cost of goods sold remains stable, suggesting effective cost control in production. Second is operating profit margin. It get improved in 2023. This shows McDonald's has optimized its core operation to generate more profit from its revenue. The third is pre-tax margin. It get increased in 2023. This improvement indicates that the company is generating higher earnings from its operation before accounting for tax obligation. The next one is net profit margin. It get improved in 2023. This is a positive sign of better financial performance and cost management. Next is return on capital. It gets slightly increased, indicating McDonald's improved its capacity to generate profit from its total capital investment. The next is return on asset of ROA increased in 2023. It's showing the company is using its asset more effectively to generate profit. The next is return on equity or ROE. It remained negative. It's reflecting ongoing losses from equity management. The larger losses in 2023 highlight challenges in shareholder equity efficiency. Okay, next is solvency ratio. The decrease in 2023 shows a higher reliance on debt, which can increase financial risks. This shift highlights a move to a more debt-focused structure, reducing equity strain. The next is debt-to-asset ratio. It gets slightly improved in 2023, suggesting McDonald's has slightly reduced leverage or increased asset value. However, it still shows high debt level, limiting long-term financial flexibility. The last one is interest coverage. This ratio get improvement in 2023, suggests strong profitability or better cost management, meaning the company is in a better position to manage its debt. Okay, the next one is activity ratio. From the receivable turnover, it decreased in 2023, meaning the company collects payments slower. For the days sales outstanding, it get increased in 2023, indicating customers take more time to pay, which might impact liquidity and cash flow. The next is inventory turnover. It get improved in 2023, showing McDonald's is selling inventory faster. With the days of inventory on hand, it did get decreased in 2023, meaning inventory is held for a shorter period, reflecting efficiency in inventory management. The next is payable turnover. It get rises in 2023, indicating suppliers are being paid more quickly. And the days payable outstanding, it get decreased, showing faster payment to vendors, which may reduce short-term liquidity. And next is fixed asset and asset turnover. Fixed asset turnover get increased in 2023, reflecting better use of fixed asset to generate sales. and asset turnover ratio, it get rise in 2023, showing improved efficiency in generating revenue from total asset. Next is working capital turnover. It jumped significantly in 2023, indicating McDonald's is using its working capital more efficiency to drive sales. Okay, next is valuation ratio. On the first one is earning per share or EPS. EPS get increased significantly from 8.39 in 2022 to 11.63 in 2023, reflecting higher profitability driven by strong revenue, cost management, and shareholder focus action like share buybacks. Okay, next is price to earning atau PE ratio. The PE ratio dropped from 30.17 to 25.80, meaning McDonald's stock is now valued lower relative to its earning. This is suggests investors see the stock as more reasonably priced, possibly expecting slower growth despite strong profitability. Okay, for the last one, this is a overall ratio that usually the most important ratio that must used by investor to make a choice that they will do invest or not in some corporation or some industry. The first is liquidity. We have current ratio, quick ratio, and cash ratio, and then profitability. We have ROA and ROE. And next is solvency. We have debt to equity, debt to asset, and interest coverage. The next is activity. We have asset turnover ratio and fixed asset turnover. And valuation is earning per share and PE ratio. This is overall have already compared from the 2022 and 2023 for the McDonald's report. Okay, next we are discuss how McDonald's approach sustainability through its sustainability reporting. This topic is highly relevant as climate change has become a global challenge, requiring companies to commit to sustainability in all aspects of their operation. Okay, through this report, McDonald's demonstrated its commitment to environmental, social, and governance or ESG principle. Their main focus includes reducing deforestation, managing water stress, and enhancing circularity within supply chains. In addition, they have established a robust governance structure involving the board of direction and dedicated ESG committee. This committee regularly review performance, set climate-related targets, and ensure that initiatives align with long-term sustainability goals. What's particularly noteworthy is that McDonald's has made climate action a priority across the entire organization. From operation to supply chain management, all aspects are involved in ensuring a positive impact on the environment. Overall, there's effort highlight McDonald's commitment to responsible business practice while positively impacting society and the environment. Hi, next is risk management. Now let's talk about how McDonald's manages risk related to climate change. Managing this risk is essential to ensure the company can face challenges and keep its operation running smoothly. The first step that McDonald's takes is identifying potential risks. This could affect the company in the short, medium, or long term. They analyze these risks to understand how serious they are and decide on the best way to handle them. McDonald's also complies with important international rules. For example, is EU deforestation. Its regulation makes sure the companies take responsibility for protecting forests. The second one is the SAC or climate rule. It requires companies to include information about climate risks in their yearly reports. To plan for the future, McDonald's used tools like climate scenario modeling. This helps them predict what might happen and prepare strategies to reduce risks or take advantage of opportunities. By carefully managing these risks, McDonald's stays resilient, protect its business, and ensure sustainability growth. Okay, the last one, the key takeaway. McDonald's demonstrated strong operational and financial performance improvement in 2023, particularly in its profitability, operational efficiency, and revenue generation through its franchising model. Financial metrics like operating and net income, cash flow, and key financial ratio indicate positive trends, despite challenges such as rising costs and increased reliance on debt. McDonald's ability to manage costs, maintaining high financial reporting quality, and focus on long-term growth investment contribute to its overall financial health. Through liquidity and solvency risks need ongoing attention. The boycott movement initiated globally in response to McDonald's controversial stance on the Gaza conflict presents significant risks to its brand reputation and market position. While McDonald's financial reporting remain high quality and transparent, external societal and ethical pressures like the boycott can potentially affect in long-term financial stability and consumer trust. In summary, McDonald's has achieved significant financial and operational success, but challenges like a rising cost, debt management, and external pressure like global boycotts cannot be overlooked. Moving forward, the company's ability to adapt, uphold ethical practice, and maintain customer trust will be essential for sustaining its growth and market position. Thank you for listening our presentation. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.